You know, there's a simple signal that a lot of pro traders use to find really high probability entries. Today, we're going to break down something called the third touch strategy. It's a powerful, pretty elegant technique for finding those precise entry points. And, just as importantly, managing your risk like you've been doing this for years. So, tell me if this sounds familiar. Have you ever just been staring at a chart, feeling totally lost, wondering where on earth is a good place to get in? Or maybe you've been stopped out by what feels like random market noise just one too many times. It is a super common frustration, it really is, and it's exactly the problem we're going to tackle today. So here's the game plan. We'll start by unpacking the strategy and the really cool market psychology that makes it work. Then we'll get our hands dirty and learn how to draw the perfect trend line, how to actually execute the trade, and even add some confirmation tools to really boost our odds. And then, finally, we'll step back and weigh the pros and cons so you get the full, balanced picture. All right, let's jump right into it. What exactly is this professional entry signal we're talking about? Okay, so the whole strategy is built on a really fundamental idea. Think of it like this. You're testing a bridge. The first two times the price touches a potential line, well, that's how the trend line is born. But it's that third touch. That's like the final stress test. It's what really confirms the trend's strength. And that's the point where the probability of a big market reaction goes way, way up. So what is so special about that third touch? I mean, why not the second or the fourth, for that matter? Well, it all comes down to the fascinating world of market psychology and really what happens when a lot of people start to agree on something. The first touch, it's just a whisper. The market is kind of tentatively testing the waters, you know? A potential level is set, but honestly, most traders are still pretty uncertain. Is this for real or just noise? Now, with that second touch, okay, now we can officially draw a line. A trend is definitely starting to take shape. Its credibility is still being built, but you can bet the market is starting to pay very close attention. And this is where the magic happens. The third touch is the confirmation. This is the moment when that trend line's validity is really cemented in the minds of the market participants. It's not just some line on a chart anymore. It's a recognized, respected level. And this right here is the key. It's about collective behavior. By the time we get to that third touch, a kind of herd mentality starts to kick in. More and more traders, and we're talking the big institutional players too, they all recognize the line as valid. So what do? They start stacking their orders around it. And it's that flood of volume that just supercharges the signal's strength. That's what creates our high probability entry point. Now listen, none of this works if your trend line is drawn all sloppy. Precision here is absolutely essential. A badly drawn line is just going to give you false signals and losing trades. So let's make sure we get this right. Okay, for a proper uptrend line, first, you need to find two key swing lows. Those are just the bottoms of the price dips. And the second one has to be higher than the first. Simple enough. Then you connect them. But here is the critical rule. The line can go through the wicks of the candles, you know, the little shadows, but it cannot, under any circumstances, cut through the main bodies. That's what keeps it accurate. And for a downtrend, it's basically the exact opposite. You find two key swing highs, the peaks of the rallies, with the second one being lower than the first. Connect them with a line that slopes down. And again, you have to make absolutely sure that line doesn't slice through any of the candlestick bodies. Same rule, just flipped. Okay, so you've drawn the perfect line. You see the price getting closer and closer for that crucial third touch. Now what? Let's switch gears from theory to the nitty-gritty mechanics of actually placing a trade. Patience, my friend, is your biggest asset here. You don't just jump in the second the price kisses the line. No, you wait for a clear confirmation signal. This could be a classic price action pattern, like a pin bar, you know, the one with the long wick that shows the price got rejected, or maybe a doji, which signals indecision right at that key level. These candles are telling you that, yes, the market has responded powerfully and the trend is likely to continue. The second you're in the trade, risk management is everything. Your stop loss? That's your non-negotiable safety net. You place it just beyond the trend line, a little below an uptrend line or a little above a downtrend line. That gives your trade room to breathe and protects you from that annoying market noise. And your take profit? Well, that's your target. It should always be set with a logical risk-to-reward ratio in mind. And this right here really highlights the professional standard. It means for every single dollar you risk, you should be aiming for at least $2 or even $3 in potential profit. So let's say you risk 20 pips on your stop loss. Well, your profit target should be at least 40, maybe 60 pips away. That's the mathematical edge that helps keep you profitable over the long haul. And hey, your job isn't done just because you've entered the trade. Smart trade management can protect your money and boost your gains. Once the trade moves into profit, you can move your stop to your entry point, making it a totally risk-free trade. Or you could take some partial profits at a key level to lock in some cash. You could even use a trailing stop, which automatically follows the price to write a strong trend for every last pip. Now, the third touch is already a really powerful signal all by itself, but we can make it even more reliable by layering on some other technical analysis tools. Let's look at how we can stack the odds even more in our favor. Think of these tools as filters. They help us weed out the weaker setups so we only take the highest probability trades. We already talked about the pin bar, but you can also look for a big engulfing candle, which shows a really strong reversal. You could also look for confirmation from an indicator, like the MACD, which measures trend strength, or maybe the RSI. So for example, if the RSI shows the market is oversold right as the price hits a rising trend line, now that's a powerful second reason to buy. But let's be real for a second. No strategy is a silver bullet, and it's so important to have realistic expectations. So let's wrap this up by taking a balanced, honest look at the third touch strategy. On the plus side, it definitely offers a high probability of success, the risk management is wonderfully simple, and it's super versatile. You can use it on pretty much any time frame. But you have to know the pitfalls. A trend line can always break, drawing it takes a careful hand, and look, this strategy works best in trending markets, not so much in choppy sideways ones. And of course, there's always the risk of a fake breakout designed to trick you and grab your stop. So there you have it. We've walked through the mechanics, the psychology, everything behind a really powerful trading signal. But now the crucial part shifts from the chart to you. The strategy is clear. The rules are all laid out. The real challenge isn't just seeing the signal, it's having the patience to wait for it and then having the discipline to execute it flawlessly every single time. That is what separates the pros from everyone else.